Happy Halloween! Almost Halloween. Where's the pumpkin one?
Oh, stop. Sorry, this is going to go on for about 10 minutes, I think. No.
So we're doing like a Halloween special tonight, like, so this is a Halloween episode. All scary movies and vampire
I think you
stuff.
should do it like this. Can you still see us?
Yeah?
I'm going to do it in the dark, I think.
Okay. What are we going to do in the dark? How do we see us, like?
Well, if you can see us.
We're supposed to hear us, like, I suppose you can have to see us, like. It really matter, like.
Yeah, we can see us.
Right, we're on episode 61.
No, we're not.
We had episode 61. Last week was 60.
Yeah, well, where is it though?
It's in progress.
Where is it?
It's in the pipeline of being uploaded. Like
Uploaded.
It's been edited and then edited and kind of checked with just see if we can crop your face out.
Yeah.
Put a new face on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. It is. I am. But here's the thing: you keep saying it's slower every time. And every time we do that, it gets slower and slower. So stop saying that then. Stop saying that it takes me ages to upload the stuff.
It does take ages to upload.
It doesn't. Some it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. It depends how busy I am anyway.
You're never busy.
I'm never busy. You tell me I'm never busy. Do you realise how busy I have to be?
Talk to the skull lap.
Skull and bones.
Yeah.
Red eyes. Anyway, folks, episode 61. Welcome to the show, the Midlife Relations podcast with Austin and Nick.
As usual.
As usual. Which, of course, is as usual. Like, why would it not be as usual?
Because maybe we
Are you still pointing over our guests that we don't have, like Kieran and Sophie, like that? They never show up to the show, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Anyway, folks. So we're going to talk about Halloween stuff. A bit of Bram Stoker vampires.
Yes, vampires. Do they exist? And why is it always in the late 18th century and never in the maybe I don't know, it's actually 19th.
Well, we know this because Bram Stoker wrote the genre. Like Bram Stoker invented vampires. Like, so
did he? Are you sure it was him?
Yeah,
did he patent it or?
No, he created the genre. Like he set the rules and the foundation for vampires. Like, so that was that Bram Stoker invented. It was like 1823 or something like that, or 18.
So they don't like sunlight.
They don't like sunlight. They sleep on earth, and you can kill them with a stake to the heart. They drink blood, and they don't like garlic. They don't like crucifixes. Bram Stoker, an Irish writer, he basically set the genre for vampires. He literally created them into existence, like through his book, like. So he's like based in Transylvania. It's based the history on the kind of some guy like a Turkish kind of warlord who was like Valdi Impaler or something like that. So he based a lot of his stuff on that. And you actually see it in the witch. You actually see it in the movie, the 1992 movie Dracula with Gary Oldman.
Bram Stoker's Dracula, directed by Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah,
starring Gary Oldman.
This is the one Nick shows. Nick and friends did the research, and this one, so it's probably the best. It's one of the ones that brought the vampires into fruition, into the kind of into the 20th century. So actually this is interesting because when I was looking at it, there was when Bram Stoker wrote the book originally, it didn't take off straight away. Like the book didn't go worldwide, but it started off with shows and theatre shows and stuff like that. And eventually kind of developed.
He's Irish, isn't he?
Bram Stoker's Irish, yeah. But I don't know. This is the question I'm thinking in my own head. Did the 1992 did Francis Ford Coppola actually establish the vampire kind of no, because it was established before then anyway, the vampire.
No, then Tom Cruise and Neil Jordan did the Interview with the Vampire.
What year was that though?
That was 1994.
1994, yeah, but there was sure, like they had the vampires in like the early 60s and 70s.
Yeah. Christopher Lee,
well, yeah. So, but like it hit big in the 1992 with the Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. With Gary Oldman had Keanu Reeves, Andy Hopkins, and Winona Ryder.
And what was the story? We were talking about earlier on about they actually got married. We might have mentioned this before.
I heard Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves got married on the show of Dracula, like the
movie set.
On movie set, yeah. The Bram Stoker's Dracula. I heard I mentioned the first few episodes of the podcast, they actually didn't realise they were actually married, and then Nick was saying they never got divorced and stuff like that. So They were actually married. Like. But yeah, the vampire. This is just kind of Halloween special stuff. But actually, this is Bram Stoker's one of the biggest kind of Halloween writers of all time. Like, so he really only established the vampire genre back in 1832 or something like, and it kind of evolved from there. Like, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's interesting. But here's another thing. Like, remember, I think one of the earlier episodes in the podcast I was talking about this thing called A Billion Wicked Thoughts, a book that Google developers actually wrote. And they analysed the traffic, like the Google searches by everyone on Google, and they realised the top like 5 fetishes women have like turn-ons by kind of men, like, and one of them is like a vampire, one of them is a werewolf, one of them is a pirate, and one of them is a billionaire and a surgeon. They're the top 5 like guys that turn women on like the most, like. And this was.
What about a zombie? No.
No. But this is established through. The Google searches, like the search history, engineers actually analysed all that search history. This was 20 years ago. It's a book called A Billion Wicked Thoughts. Like, I heard Jordan Peterson talk about it, like explain.
Here we are, Jordan Peterson.
But he's awesome.
He's not awesome.
He's fucking awesome.
Stop the language.
What's wrong with the language?
It hasn't matured.
That's matured. Jeez, you haven't grown up yet. You still think you're like 5.
No, you still. It's gonna go on for a while. Like.
Anyway, but yeah, so the thing is, but this kind of leads us into the vampire, like the movies like Twilight, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Twilight. Will you stop?
No, Twilight was a vampire movie.
But
like,
it's a vampire.
And they had werewolves in it. Like they had werewolves and vampires in it. So like they caught on to that trend, like that women love vampires and love kind of werewolves. Like
what was Disney have a genre? A movie called Zombies. They're all
Zombies, yeah.
And it's about 4 of those movies. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was, zombies are kind of. Sure, I remember when I was younger watching the zombie movies, like, and I don't know what it was. One of those. They were in a big mall or stuff like that. Like the zombies were trying to break in and stuff like that. Like kind of break into the. But like that was the start of all the kind of the creepy zombies moving and stuff like that. But I mean, that was like the 80s and 90s had lots of zombie movies like. Well, I'm not really a big zombie fan, but lots of people are, aren't they? I mean,
American Werewolf in Paris. London, Paris, London.
That was a scary one. I wasn't watching that. Like,
why not?
No, what I said, watch it. No, watch it. Like, and they go into a disco like downstairs. Like next one, they close the doors, and everyone's out turning into werewolves, like trying to escape out, like through kind of storage route, like stuff like horror movies. Like horror movies are kind of werewolves are scary. Like they're kind of scary. Like.
I think the most famous song of this thing is Thriller. Obviously, in Halloween, they always play that at Halloween.
Yeah. You love that. You're mad about that, aren't you?
No, I was curious about how there's a guy. I just saw kind of a clip about this guy, Vincent Patterson. He's one who taught Michael Jackson how to do the Thriller dance, and I think he does. He helps him with. Used to have him in the 80s with all the other like Smooth Criminal and stuff like that.
You showed me actually the video, and it looks like your man has actually had a stroke. So like.
No. When they actually do the actual video, it looks the way the monsters move is the way
Yeah, like someone had a stroke. Like.
Yeah. Why do you no?
It looks like someone had a stroke when you try to watch the video. The zombie's like.
I'm gonna play this every time you.
Alright, so clearly we haven't done our research, folks, because like I'm like lost now. I'm not more what to talk about.
See, this is why.
This is why what?
This is why.
You're sitting in the dark in your house, like you're playing Halloween noises.
This is Halloween. But this is how you get the viewers. People in the shit.
Well, The Simpsons is good, isn't it? Though, I was watching The Simpsons the other day because you're telling me about the Simpsons specials, like.
Yeah.
And actually, when I was looking at one, it was like the Treehouse Horror.
Yeah, they do a lot of those. That's usually the premiere of every season is the Treehouse of Horrors, and they usually do.
And when I was looking at it, I was actually like terrified. Like I was like, because just when you look at the stuff like someone's head going on fire, and Coraline the cat and the other mother and stuff like that. It's actually my kid was watching this TV show. It was a movie like it's Coraline.
Caroline, yeah, the movie, yeah.
Yeah, but it's actually the Simpsons did this Halloween special on it, like brought the cat in, and the cat from Coraline, the fellow that wrote the book, I forget his name now, but he actually was playing the cat in the Simpsons, and he actually played. It was like Lisa's guide into the other world and stuff like that. Lisa's when she went into the other world, and Coraline and the other mother and stuff like that. They had buttons for eyes, like it's like mad stuff, like it's scary stuff, like. This is why I don't like watching horror movies. Like,
Oh, for God's sake. Horror movies are not horror movies. Scream tried to reinvent horror movies, but it was more of a comedy.
But like, why would people watch horror movies? I don't get that. Like, I mean, why would you want them to be scared? Like, I mean, what you're not in life. You're not in life enough.
Why do you like Sabrina Carpenter? You know?
Because she's so sexy. She's
people.
She's turned on, like, and she was on Saturday Night Live Sunday. Is she on Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday night, but they have to show it on Sunday because obviously the time difference.
Okay. I mean, but you went off the tangent there. You tried to show something. You asked me why I like Sabrina Carpenter. Why do you like horror movies? Like, you're reflecting.
I don't like horror movies. I like.
Kieran loves horror movies. He loves horror movies.
But tell me this, people. The Exorcist. Is that the scariest movie of all time? I mean, people say it's the scariest movie of all time, but back in the '73, I think it
was the scariest movie because people were more religious then.
And I think people are saying that it might have been based on a true story. Or maybe,
but the exorcism and actually, like, you know, exorcism demons and stuff like that. Like, I think it's there's a lot of buffers. Like, I suppose we're less kind of if you just kind of being saturated.
I was got the hands out now.
Shut up. No, but I mean, when you look at the Exorcist, like when I watched that first, I was terrified, and even to this day, like you go to church and think of demons and all this kind of stuff, it doesn't bear thinking about. You kind of have to avoid it. You have to be like, you know, like this is like scary, like, but this is Halloween's. I mean, Halloween, in fairness to me, was always a fun month. It was always a fun day. Like, you can go out and you have your trick or treat, and you always dress up something cool. But does Halloween have to be scary though? Does it have to be scary? But when it was set up, it was to scare away the ghosts and stuff like that, wasn't it? Like, I mean, it was to scare away the bonfire, it was to scare away the ghosts.
I think so, yeah. Bonfire
night, like, yeah.
But that was in November. That's in November. Guy Fawkes night.
But then they kind of amalgamated Ireland. Yeah. Halloween is the All Saints night or something, isn't it?
No, All Saints the next day.
All Saints the next day.
Yeah.
You should. Okay. Yeah, but like the souls are supposed to come back on the 21st of
October.
That's
the second. All Souls Day is. All Saints Day is the 1st of November. All Souls Day is the 2nd of November. Do you ever do this?
Well, okay, then elaborate there. So what's Halloween about them? What's that really about them?
I don't know. Salem witches.
Salem witches. Is the translate from?
No, I don't know.
So what is Halloween? Halloween about Halloween traditions of it. When ancient religious takeover, Halloween Eve was the taking of life as on the house and it was probably Halloween so much. But I mean, it's Celtic festivals, it's ancient Celtic festivals, Samhain.
Yeah.
The Celtic festival marked the end of the harvest and the beginning of the winter. Okay. And was the time of Celts believed the boundary between the living and the dead and was blurred. Do you know what is an interesting thing? Because this relates back to mythology. Because the autumn.
Oh, of course, it's mythology.
Okay. So here's the system of life back in the day. So you sow the seeds in springtime. You let them grow in summertime. You sow them in autumn time, and winter you have food to eat. So the point is, this is an old goal. Like, you know, plant the seeds in the springtime so you have something to eat in the winter time. Like, so this is interesting correlation because if you don't have enough food to sow in autumn time, then you're gonna die in winter time. So it's all back to like. This is why Halloween is about life and death, like in a sense. So you're actually sowing your seeds. Like, I know you're actually harvesting your seeds for the coming winter, like, which is a Celtic festival. And it all breaks down to a bit of astrology and a bit of the bit of like spring equinox and the summer equinox and the autumn and when is the autumn equinox? I think that's probably in autumn. No, it's the spring. It's only autumn.
This is going off anyway. Last night just went off, but I couldn't stop it. But I could keep it.
The autumn equinox. So September the 22nd is the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. So that's September is also Virgo. Virgo then goes into Libra, which is the balance. And then it's October. No, October is usually Scorpio time. But later October is usually Scorpio time. So when is Scorpio time?
Well, let's talk.
You talk for a second. I'm always going to talk. You're always giving out, I talk too much, and then you're not talking like.
Pick me.
Donkey.
No. He wants to be Shrek.
He wants to be Shrek. You're donkey. You are.
No, you're the donkey.
You're like pick me. Don't leave me out.
What to say?
Transfer my power. Okay, it's a bit. So yeah, anyway, Halloween is a whopper time. I love Halloween. I hope you guys have an awesome Halloween and you're all dressing up and really enjoying yourself. I love the fireworks. Fireworks are amazing. Fireworks are my favourite part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love fireworks.
You get them on the street. £5 per pound.
Oh yeah, I remember we used to go to town. One time I went to my mates.
Yeah.
I went into in town and it was like the old woolen mills. We ran in there because these guys that fucking scrouch chases in trying to rob our bangers back because we bought them off someone. There's me and two other lads like, and we ran in there to stay safe because like we're from 20 lads of chasing down the road to rob to like beat the shit out of us like our bangers like, and then but like I look. Following fireworks is always the best. Like there is some good ones on the town, but I heard like loads of places actually counterbang or like cancel the fireworks now or stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a bit fireworks. There's not many men. Although I can hear them outside. Sorry, just checking time. Fine. I can hear them outside. They're crazy out here where I live.
But fireworks are actually banned in Ireland, aren't they?
Well, they were. That's the problem. Maybe that's probably why, because they're so loud. They scare everyone.
They don't scare them. I mean, they scare the dogs. I think is the main thing. Like the dogs really don't like them. Cats and stuff like that. Scare the animals like. But they should have more fireworks display around Halloween. Like it's a really good time. Like I love them. Do you know what? Do you know? I even heard Roy Keane giving out about fireworks the other day. Like he's on the Overlap podcast. You know what he's giving out about smiles and fireworks. He says like smiles are overrated and fireworks are alright. Like, I mean, what the fuck in the world has come to? And I heard fireworks are actually banned in LA as well. And banned in LA, you can't have them like in I think it's LA or California. You don't do fireworks in LA anymore. Like since 2024. Like, it's bad, isn't it? That's terrible.
Do you like scary movies? What's your favourite scary movie?
That's how 2000 Space Odyssey.
That's not spoon. Wait,
because you're asking what's my scary movie. That's my scary movie. Like I don't like Hal when you like. I'm like Dave. What do you do? Can't open the pod bay doors, Dave.
2001. It's not a scary movie.
It is a scary movie.
Scream from Scream, and Scream was not a scary movie. Like
Freddy was my scariest movie.
Freddy, of course.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, you better lock your door.
That was scary.
5, 6, grab
coming from the flipping over the pillowcase, and then seriously.
Never stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep.
Okay. But Pet Cemetery was pretty scary as well.
That was like things coming alive.
What happened was basically the pet died, and they were told about an Indian burial ground.
Yeah.
There's a pet cemetery where you put the pet and the pet comes alive, and then the child died, and they tried to save the child, but the child was.
That's all Stephen King. Stephen King is the king of Halloween. You have to admit, like, because like the stuff that comes out of that man's brain is just unbelievable. Misery. Oh. Yeah. But he's like Pet Sound Misery. What's the one? Carrie with
Sissy Spacek. Yes.
It is a scary movie. I fucking hate that movie.
Would you stop lying by?
Sorry.
Carrie is the one where he's telepathic powers.
Yeah, it's like fire powers or something.
Yeah.
Salem's Lot, Salem's Lot was mad. And there was one movie, Sleepwalkers, I think was the one.
Yeah.
Sleepwalkers was really scary.
Thinner was another one where he, but it wasn't like these. Some of them they're not really. It's just kind of psychological scary. They're not actually blood and guts scary.
No, but the blood and guts is not. I mean, like what's scary is like religion, demons, and stuff, and werewolves, and actual vampires, and you know.
The voice is a bit too high. The Shining.
So
the twins. We talking Judas and.
Yeah. And then the hall, like it's all like
where the
blood and all like.
Yeah. Here's Johnny.
Zombies. When do zombies start coming into the system? And when do zombies start being created?
What do you mean, zombies movie or the?
No, zombies mythology like.
Well, Dawn of the Dead and Shaun of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. Where the. Oh, what was it? There was Where was it? There was a very funny scene in Shaun of the Dead where they're beating the vampire or the zombies up with to the song of "Don't Stop Me Now" for the Queen.
What was that?
In Shaun of the Dead, that was a very funny scene.
Here's the thing about zombies. Like this is actually comes from an adaptation of a Haitian context of an African belief in death. Like a symbol of a slave, an alienated being disposed of as reduced to slavery, obliged to be master. Like zombies are actually like zombies is like this weird thing. Like it's like they're not actually like weird things. Like it's all based on mythology and all this stuff. Okay, this mythology zombie originated in the 17th and 18th century, like voodoo. It was like voodoo was what it was based on.
I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're probably a zombie at some point.
But you know what I mean? Like everything. I think like especially when we come into this century, like in this kind of decade, like all the generative AI and all the new narratives being developed. Like when you go back to the history, like say for example Bram Stoker when he created for Dracula Force, like it didn't actually take off. Like it slowly immersed itself in the kind of in society and kind of integrated into society. And these are deeper kind of scary things than other newer things. Like so, you have to go back and say like Nosferatu, all this kind of stuff, like the zombies, like they're all still relative today. Like when you look at werewolves, like when did the werewolves start establishing themselves? Like so, these are all stuff that's ingrained. It's like gone through generation to generation. Like your parents, grandparents, whatever, they feared these things. And they're deep, so when we see them as kids, we're automatically like have a natural fear to them. Like
but sure, look at Teen Wolf. I know it's not a scary movie, but you remember Teen Wolf where Michael J. Fox turned out to be he was half wolf.
Yeah, but he's a good. But you look at that and you're conditioned then to say like, okay, Teen Wolf was kind of cool. Like, and then you look at other ones, you're like, look at Midnight or the Vampire or kind of Werewolf in Paris, like where that's actually like American Werewolf. Yeah, like it's like scary, like it's a different association, like it's interesting.
The Exorcist was actually banned in Ireland until 1998.
Because like we were so religious and still out. I mean, the state and the church were like so connected. Like, what movie would scare you? Do you know what movie scares me now? It's like psychological horrors or something like that. Like some movies where you watch like and you're like it's almost a real life reality kind of thing where you're like it's not some like
paranormal activity. The first one. Because everyone thought that was based on a real.
Do you know the Blair Witch Project?
Yes, when you see that back in 1999, the whole campaign of that was basically the trailer starts off in 1991. Three students went down to Maryland to
and they found a camera like and there's a lot of footage.
And then they didn't come back, and then. 1994, it was 1994, I think it was,
It was
But the whole campaign of that, the buzz of that was like, based on was it real or was it not?
Yeah, and it was just they made we found out afterwards it was just a movie being made, but it was such a psychological thriller because nobody knew whether it was true or not. And when you got to the end, it was like what's going on here? Like, but it's very interesting.
It only cost about 30,000 to make, and it made about 400 million worldwide.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But I never really got into the scary movies, and I don't think Halloween has to be scary because maybe we get fixated on horror movies. That's why we're associated. But Halloween for me, when I look back, was always a fun time. I always spent time in the Grove with my nannies, and spent time with friends. Went to bonfires, drank Budweiser, had a good time. Like. So Halloween doesn't have to be scary, but it's also an exciting time, in the fireworks, going around trick or treating, dressing up. Like my kids are all dressing up now and then doing trick or treating, like they're going around, and like the tear goes to me like, what do you do trick or treat? Like in this, when I go out to the doors, walks with a lady like, and they say trick or treat, she like will do a trick like and then have to perform and sing a song.
But are people being too healthy now these days? Are they actually giving chocolates or are they actually giving apples or something?
Well, maybe that's a good point, because maybe this is exactly what Halloween needs. It's like, not that I'm, suggesting what Halloween needs, but if you look at the Celtic mythology, Halloween is a time where you kind of harvest your kind of your seeds, like your crops, like it's
bobbing for apples.
Yeah, so bobbing for apples. Like, so enjoy, gather your trick or treats, gather your sweets, gather your apples. Gather your fruit, gather your good energy, because you're going into the winter time where it's going to be very dark, and you're going to be stuck listening to Nick and me for the next couple of weeks.
Today.
So maybe Halloween is a wonderful harvesting time, so maybe it's a good time, and it's coming into Scorpio season as well. I do love myself a good Scorpio, I have to admit, Scorpio season, like.
You're a Leo.
I know, Scorpios and Leos are like fire and water. I do love a good Scorpio, and then so coming into winter, and then so Halloween is like the last hurrah, like of like the fireworks and
and then Christmas, and then Yeah.
And then Christmas, not so excited.
Mm.
Anyway, folks, I'm sure we bored you enough.
No.
What have we left? What have we left?
No, don't worry. Sorry, we'll just check.
Oh, you just check.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So,
Oh, see,
it's like Skeletor, it's like the He-Man and stuff like that. Like,
sorry. Yesterday when I brought them home, I didn't even have to touch them. I had to touch one of them and it just the other one goes off. It's ridiculous.
Please, don't flirt with me while I'm working. Meet me after my shift.
I hope your Halloween decorations are much better than ours. We got them in what did we get them?
Woodies, you said
Woody's. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot. Jesus, sorry. But what do you think? Should we do another one next week or
Another Halloween special?
another Halloween?
Well, this is special needs in terms of like, yeah, definitely needs research. Like,
Yeah.
um,
I told you this. You're supposed to do the research.
no, but like, I'm supposed. So hold on, you're the one that always waffles on about. I do all the research. Nick does all the research.
But then he says, "Well, Mrs. You're banned. You're banned."
I come over and Andy says, "What are you doing here? You didn't come over here and annoy me. Go home. Get out of the house." Like,
First, yeah, I was a bit annoyed. He just said, didn't even.
you text me at 5 o'clock and said, "Where are you? What time are you coming over?" Like,
No, I
have the message evidence. I have the text evidence.
And I said to him, take your time.
And at the end, I got over here like 5:45. That was like 45 minutes later. Why are you shushing me, Nick? Like,
Very
for
loud.
fuck's sake, why are you shushing
Very
me?
loud.
Loud what? And what, like?
Look.
What? What's that? Can't see it because it's dark, because you turned off the light, man.
Well, power's gone.
Power's not gone, you turned off the light.
Well, it's supposed to be a Halloween thing.
Let there be light.
Do you remember actually Robert De Niro was the Frankenstein monster in 1994? Actually, just before Interview with Vampire came out, Robert De Niro was Kenneth Branagh's adaptation of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, you're even bored now.
I'm not bored, I'm listening.
And what was it? Actually, in 2004, there was it 2004? There was a whole lot of like paranormal activity, and there was paranormal activity was 2009, but 2004 was the start of the Saw series.
So that's my movie. Yeah.
And The Grudge, that was a scary movie. The Grudge there's a scene where the hand, she's in the shower, and there's a hand that comes out of her back of her head. Yeah.
See, that's all horror movie stuff. I don't think Halloween has to be scary. I think Halloween has to be timed for excitement and dressing up and harvesting your seeds or your crops. Like, I think it's a good time. And this like association with like horror movies and Halloween. Like, do you know what it is? Like, it's the Halloween movie franchise. Like, it's the movie like, Jason, where Halloween is like.
No, Halloween is not Jason.
Who's
different.
Well, who's Halloween though? Who does
Halloween is Michael Myers,
Myers.
not Mike Myers.
That's what happened. The Halloween got associated with Michael Myers and then branched out about horror movies.
But you don't remember Freddy vs. Jason was a movie. And I think Jason killed Freddy.
Jason killed Freddy.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Halloween was associated with like horror movies.
But I remember Rob Zombie was the director. Which is weird because obviously he reinvented Halloween, the movie Halloween, and then they rebooted it with a different. I think they mixed up the timeline with Halloween at all.
What do you mean timeline of Halloween? How do you mean?
Like, there's the original movies, and then there's Halloween H2O, which came out in 1998, and then there's the Rob Zombie Halloween movies, which started in 2007, and then Jamie Lee Curtis came back 40 years later from 2018 with Halloween. And then there was another Halloween Resurrection. I don't know.
Maybe that's something we could do, a deep dive on movies for Halloween.
Do people want to see? Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't they? Like, I mean, it's not for them. We do it for our own entertainment. Like, it was like we just do it because we love it. Like,
yeah, scary movie. The apparently the scary movie coming back with this original Marlon Wayne and the Wayne brothers to come back with a new movie.
Scary Movie 6 or something, isn't it?
Yeah, or 7. No, it was 7. But they're actually come back, and it will be PG. I mean, it'll be.
Oh
R-rated.
yeah, he's not going woke. He's not gonna be like, he's not gonna please, and like in terms of he's just gonna do the comedy he loves, like,
Yeah.
and probably the comedy we love and sound like it's not gonna be woke at all. Like,
Do you remember the in 2000 there was the whole ad of it came from them on the phone.
What's that?
Shorty.
Yeah.
Just chilling. Where did it all come? I mean, how did Budweiser how?
Because like some genius is sitting there like in his house, like he's dreamed of how to make a great ad, and he's just like doesn't make us on the phone. He's like some mate's like, what's up? Oh, that make me money for you know, get out.
I don't understand what that one but obviously then they made the second one, which wasn't great. I think it was a bit too over the top, and then the third one was a bit lighter.
I've never seen really the anti-scary movies. Like, I mean, I remember watching the one with Neve Campbell in it, or was it Neve? Or was what was the original one? The Scream.
Scream. Neve Campbell. Neve Campbell. Yeah. And Courtney Cox and David Arquette. They were the three original ones.
Yeah, that was when we were actually talking about the movies and defined the genre of the horror movies.
That was Wes Craven.
Wes Craven, yeah.
And Wes Craven had his new Nightmare movie coming, which was
Wes Craven doing Freddy's Night.
Yeah. But Wes Craven did a new Nightmare where it was based on the actress who was in the original Nightmare. It was the kind of what happened. I don't know if it wasn't the making, but it was what happened during the making of the movie.
Alright. Scream.
And
movies, Wes Craven. Yeah, really some good movies like.
Yeah.
Scream. I remember the Scream movies. That was mad.
Yeah. And then they're on Scream 6 or 7 now. They did take a break after Scream 3, and then.
Do you know what I was seeing a snippet for the other day? The Final Destination. That's a horrible movie.
Yeah, I mean that's too over the top. That's blood and guts.
I was on YouTube and I seen this like a snippet of an ad. Like some fellow was like standing halfway in the lift and the lift dropped on him and the squirted all like literally all his body squirted out the floor. Like I'm like, should you really have that? Like as a kind of as an ad read like
even the kind of the new I Know What You Did Last Summer wasn't great. I mean they brought back Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt with a whole new cast, and just it didn't make sense. I mean, you know, just keep it in the past. I think.
I mean, yeah, well, some things work well. Actually, do you know what? Because like, if I listen to you and Kieran, I'd never watch a reboot ever again. No, all you ever do talking about the reboots was like, no, it was crap. It was like, I don't know what you're expecting from them. Like, were they expecting to live your childhood again or something like that? I don't know. I don't expect what are they expecting? Like, what kind of feeling are you expecting to be surprised?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. He's just moaning about every sequel or every kind of reboot that comes along. Like,
but some of the horror movies, like Thanksgiving, there was a movie called Thanksgiving, which was supposedly a horror movie, and it's a bit over the top.
Thanksgiving, what was that about?
A horror movie in Thanksgiving.
Alright.
But one movie which is kind of nice. I don't know if it's a Christmas movie. It can be actually no. You can classify it as a Christmas movie and a Halloween movie. The Nightmare Before Christmas.
That one, Nightmare Before Christmas. That one.
Did Tim Burton? Well, he didn't actually direct it. He produced it.
Yeah.
And
Edward Scissorhands is not a Halloween movie.
No, but I mean, no.
Sometimes it's a Christmas movie. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they say Batman Returns is a Christmas movie, but we're getting off the point. But Beetlejuice, I mean, that could be a Halloween movie.
But why does it have to be a Halloween movie? Can Halloween not be nice? Like, I mean, with the cats and stuff like that, the pumpkins and the skates and the witches. Yeah. That's the association. The witches, isn't it? The witches were Halloween. Maybe there is some Salem stuff going on with the Salem with the witches.
Actually,
Halloween.
There is a movie. You know, it's kind of an unofficial sequel to The Wizard of Oz called Return to Oz. Apparently, that's been like they were saying it's a bit scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Return to Oz.
Return to Oz is like what? That's the scary one.
Yeah, it was made in 1985. It's a kind of an unofficial sequel to The Wizard of Oz, where she goes back to Oz, but everything it's a darker version. You know, it's very dark.
Okay, so Salem Haunted Happenings, visit Salem, and so maybe the Salem Haunted Happenings festival is in the weekend of Halloween. Like, but I was looking at the Salem witch trials were a series of hearings and prosecutions of people accused of witchcraft in colonial Massachusetts between February 1692 and May 1693. More than 200 people were accused. 30 people were found guilty, 19 of whom were executed by hanging. So Why is Salem so famous for Halloween? Let's look at it. Salem, Massachusetts is the top Halloween destination, largely because of its infamous history of witchcraft and the Salem witch trials of 1962. But if the witch trials took place in 1962, 1963, or like 1692 in February.
Oh, because it was 1693, not 1962. 1693. This is the problem with him.
Yeah, so okay. I'm thinking as a talk. So why is about witches? Like what witches? What's their mythology?
That's a discussion for another time, maybe.
That was a question for let's go. Let's keep going. We're breaking new
No,
ground.
we're not.
Shut up.
People are.
Binge bag.
Stop.
Yeah, binge bag.
Stop.
So this is our mythology blends. Okay, we're around Halloween. Let's do Halloween. Which Halloween? I'm just curious, like, why Halloween is like, there's all Souls in there or something. What's All Souls up there? The Celtics believe Halloween was a unite between the veil between spirit realm and the living. It was the thinnest allowing spirits and other supernatural forces that said cause mischief or harm. Actually, okay. So it's the thinnest. So it's like it's the kind of it's the kind of it's called thin veil between the real world and the spirit world.
Take a refreshment.
Okay. Which is associated insofar as witches held sway over literary imagination can entangle with Halloween. If witches were frightening us and it lasted quite a time. So the witches' powers were most magical, was most strongest in October. Was a time when witch magical powers were strongest and could dress as a witch protection. So the witch's powers are the most strongest in October. So if you want to be a real witch, the best time to be a witch is in October. Because you have your best powers and stuff like that. Like.
This looks like an episode of Most Haunted with just you.
But this is kind of cool stuff. And this is actually going to give me something to do now later. And I'm going to Google stuff like this.
No.
I'm going to Google stuff. So witches is kind of the baseline. Witches where it's like because they're real. Like they're before vampires. They're before werewolves and stuff. So witches are
the base of everything. Like.
So what do you mean the base of everything? Elaborate.
I mean, you know.
But witches are Celtic though. Witches are so the Druids. So also the Druids.
The three witches, you know.
Or the Hocus Pocus like.
No.
What's the three witches? What's the three witches like?
I don't know. There was three witches back in. There was an episode of Blackadder where there was kind of three witches, and but that was like 13. That was the 14th century.
Oh, and three witches. Okay, this is it. Three witches, also known as the Weird Sisters. Weird Sisters were characters in the William Shakespeare play Macbeth.
Yes, exactly.
Shakespeare.
Yeah.
The witches eventually led Macbeth to his demise, and they hold a striking resemblance to the three facets of classical mythology. Three fates of classical mythology. Okay, what's the three fates of classical mythology? That'll be interesting.
No.
That's three fates of classical mythology. This is coming from Shakespeare. So again, the real we're deep diving, Nick. We're deep diving.
No, we're way off the point.
The three fates of classical mythology are Greek sisters. So this comes from Greek. So Greek again. So
Clotho, Atropos, and Lachesis.
Yes, very good. Collectively known as the Morai. They were the personification of destiny. The Cleto were spinning the thread of life.
Yeah, basically,
Lechos was measuring its length, and Atros was cutting the thread to determine death. The Roman equivalents of Parcia and Nora and Decima and Mortis. Clothed.
We already filled it. We already did this.
Together with these gods,
remember the
witches. These three gods control the fate of every mortal and even every god and power of Zeus. Okay, the witches. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting so much.
Yeah, we could have done this research earlier on.
Right. Anyway, folks, I'm glad I hope you tuned in and stayed to the end now.
Yeah, because I'm bored out. I left it at too much.
Have a great Halloween, folks. Happy Halloween. Trick or treat. Enjoy yourselves. Hope you have fireworks.
Check out Witches of Eastwick. That's a good. That's where your man Jack Nicholson. He dines the three of them, but then they get his back on him and they kind of put six voodoo on. He's
But he's supposed to be the devil, though, isn't he? Like
I think so.
But yeah, what's the one that was in Scarface?
Al Pacino?
No, the chick. What's the chick? What's her name?
You stop, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, she's in it.
Not a chick.
I love it when the scenes where Jack Nicholson is like, saying it's one of the scenes where he's like, you do if I would just seduce you and tell you you're awesome, you're great, you would just say, oh yeah, thanks very much, and walk away. But if I told you like you're gobshite, you're terrible, and you're useless, you'd be like more drawn to me and try to seduce me. So like it's a real mindfuck when you look at the actual episode, like, you know, seducing women, like let them chase you as opposed to you chase them. Like,
yeah, good luck.
Good luck, folks. Good luck. Happy Halloween.
Bye bye.